How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Football pundits around the world. It's been a while. It's been a while. Caloric in the chat. What a great day today is, my friend. Are you excited for a new game of football? The hype is real. You are right there, Caloric. How are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day, my brother. We have Premier League action tonight. Triple X, Big Ricky, my friend Adam, how you doing? Sound in the chat 4-0. How we all doing, ladies and gentlemen? We are back. Ramadan is over. We've had our Eid. We've ate to our fill. And the first game back is the title decider. Arsenal taking on Manchester City. South thinks it's going to be a 4-0 Manchester City victory. Triple X wants City to win. We've got a huge one on the cards, ladies and gentlemen. This is massive. We had a conversation, it seems so long ago, where we were talking about the West Ham game was going to be huge for Arsenal. The Liverpool game was going to be huge for Arsenal. And they have dropped points. You can see there, three draws in the last five for Arsenal. Manchester City, 3 wins in the last five. 5 out of 5. Should I say 15 points as opposed to Arsenal's 9 points, sorry. You had a good time in Mecca. I bet it was. I bet it was beautiful there, Saud. I've been slacking, but is it me or haven't you streamed for a minute? Triple X, I took the whole of Ramadan off. I didn't stream in Ramadan, so that was a whole month that I took off. I could not tell you what the last game was that I streamed. Probably my TikTok would tell you. Let's have a look at what my TikTok is. The last game I streamed. It was Man City was the last game, but I can't remember who they played against. I'm assuming it was Champions League. Respect it, hope it went good. It went good, Triple X. It went good. But we are back. We are energized. We have Premier League football today and tomorrow. We got football on the weekend. Champions League football, FA Cup final, the playoffs. We've got football galore coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. And it's all going to kick off with Manchester City taking on Arsenal. What a huge game in the Premier League. Absolutely huge game in the Premier League. I'm sure we had something. I had a start 1 second. Let's just reset this. Let's see. Always love City. Come on, City. We got a huge one, guys. We got an absolute huge one. They're in the stream 20 minutes away from kickoff. Let's have a look at a few things that I've noticed. So we have. Doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. What does a cat say if on money? I have no idea, mate. What does a cat say? Let's put that there. Help, I am poor. Ah, get it, I get it, I get it. I get it, help, I'm poor. I get it, I get it. I get it. Sound there coming in with the jokes. But let's have a look at the Premier League stats so far. Games played 20 each. Man City winning 16 out of those games. Is this all stats? Two main injuries there for Arsenal today. William Saliba and Tomiyasu. Huge. Huge. The players will be coming out shortly here on Cal Sports Football. How are we all doing? What do we want to talk about? Manchester City on the way to the treble. Arsenal on the way to glory. The last thing Arsenal need to do is lose today. They want to try and maintain that. Oh, they've got that wrong there. Knock, knock. Who's there, Sound? Patrick Vieira, Martin Keown, Rio Ferdinand, and Julian Lescott. Players that have been there and done it. Quite a few Premier League titles there. Manchester City need to win today. Arsenal, on the other hand, need to avoid defeat. Kitten who? Massive game in the Premier League today. Under the Etihad lights. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what. Stop kidding around and open the door. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what. These are the moments that people, football fans, football neutrals, everyone who is interested in football, these are the nights that people wish for. Manchester City fans won't be, Arsenal fans won't be, but ladies and gentlemen, tonight it's about the Premier League match between Manchester City taking on Arsenal. Is it going to be a Manchester City victory? Is it going to be an Arsenal victory, or is it going to be a draw? Will this be the night that philosophers, analysts, football pundits, football fans, lovers around the world, is this the game that people are going to look back on when it comes to understanding where the Premier League was won and lost? I'm going to Eurovision this year, Triple X. Are you performing at the Eurovision, or are you going to watch it? Oh, we got Ted Lasso in the house. We got Ted Lasso in the house. Oh, and the reporter from the Times, he's in the house as well. Nah, I'm shy at singing. It's all about finding the song that suits your voice. Everyone can sing. It's about finding the right song, right tune, and you'll be perfectly fine. How are we 15 minutes away from kickoff and the stadium isn't even full? How are we 15 minutes away from kickoff and the stadium is empty? West Ham taking on Liverpool, Chelsea against Brentford, Nottingham Forest against Brighton. Reece James out for the season, I heard. Couch Sports Karaoke coming soon. How is it 15 minutes away from kickoff and we don't even have a full stadium? A long way away from London. 1 second. Let's see. Let's put this here like this. This one studio. A long way away from London. What is the cat's favorite subject at school? Um, what is a cat's favorite subject at school? I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't know. I would not know. I'll say the Frank. History. Interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready today? What are we expecting? I know Assad said 4-0 and Triple X wants City to win. But what are we really expecting today? Let's look at it from an Arsenal point of view. They are currently, as you can see there, City are 5 points behind Arsenal. So, from an Arsenal perspective, they can't lose. Draw and you're still with a chance. But you cannot lose knowing City have 2 games in hand on you with 2 points to go. From a Manchester City point of view, they have to go all out and try and not just beat Arsenal, but absolutely destroy them. Because it's not just about tonight, it's also about the remaining fixtures. We still have um, 6 remaining fixtures for Arsenal. They need to try and make them. They need to try and make them mentally unstable when it comes to the Premier League. Now I've mentioned it before when Arsenal played Newcastle. I've mentioned it before when Arsenal played. I can't remember who the other one was. But do they have the mental capacity to win the league? Yes, they have the players. Yes, they have the goals, the assists, they have the defenders. But do they have the mental capacity to win the league? The last 3 games have shown you that they do not have it so far. The draw against West Ham, the draw against Liverpool, the draw against Southampton. They were winning comfortably against West Ham and Southampton. All of a sudden, sorry, not against Liverpool and West Ham. If they lose the title, it'll be practically over. Can anyone see City dropping points this season? At the end of this season, with 8 games to go for them, can they drop enough points? Players will be coming out shortly. Football fans getting ready. Football pundits with their pens eager taking notes. Football commentators brushing up on their knowledge. We have a Milan derby in the Champions League semi-final. And we've got Manchester City against Real Madrid. A Milan team will be in the final, ladies and gentlemen. Is it going to be AC Milan or is it going to be Inter Milan? What is a cat's dream car? I have no idea, sir. What is a cat's dream car? A Ferrari. Oh, gotta love it, gotta love it. Players will be coming out here with 5 minutes to go. Manchester City hosting Arsenal. Mikel Arteta returns home. Who comes out on top? Nottingham Forest have missed a penalty against Brighton. Wow. You'd think that was something that they needed. Ted Lasso in the house. Man City versus AC final. Wow. You think Man City are going to beat Real Madrid in the semis? We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Man City versus Man U. That's the FA Cup final. Unfortunately, Manchester United couldn't progress out of the Europa League. The players will be coming out here shortly. Are we all ready? Erling Haaland 2 goals away from 50 goals in all competitions. The players coming out here. Are we ready, ladies and gentlemen? Let's transfer over to the match day. Aaron Ramsdale will have to have a huge game today if Erling Haaland will have anything to say. There's a buzz in the stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Hey Jude is bellowing out the speakers. The Manchester City fans are trying to create an atmosphere. Who comes out on top? Kyle Walker in the side. Na 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 na, hey Jude. Na 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 na, hey Jude. Messi to Barcelona. I don't think Barcelona have the funds to bring Messi back. They might not even sign Gavi. Manchester City second. Arsenal first. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment that everyone has been waiting for. The question is, ladies and gentlemen, Wednesday, the 26th of April, 2023, in the Premier League campaign of the 2022-23 season, Arsenal sit on top of the table with 5 points ahead of Manchester City. Manchester City have 2 games in hand, and tonight is the game that everyone has been waiting for. Manchester City fans, Arsenal fans, football fans, pundits, commentators around the world are coming together to watch this title decider tonight. Is this the game that analysts, that football lovers, that spectators will be looking back on when the Premier League is decided come the 38th game? Well, let's find out, ladies and gentlemen, because we are in for a beauty. Kellerick is hyped in the chat. Blue Moon Sound there in the chat. Edison is in goal. Kyle Walker, Diaz, and Akanji are your back 3. Stones and Rodri play the midfield 2. Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan with Jack Grealish and Erling Haaland playing up front. Let's give you the Arsenal team news. Aaron Ramsdale is in goal. Ben White is right back. Holding Gabriel and Zinchenko are your defenders. Partey and Xhaka are the midfield two. Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli. With that man Gabriel Jesus playing up front. It's a 3-2-4-1 against a 4-3-3. Is there enough midfielders in the Arsenal team to counter the midfield presence that Manchester City have with Rodri, Stones, Silva, De Bruyne, Gundogan and Grealish? We'll have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. Erling Haaland and Manchester City in their famous blue kit. Arsenal in their famous red kit. Let's find out. Pep Guardiola and Mikel Arteta embrace. That's the nicest they will be against each other today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have been waiting for. The Manchester City fans singing away. The Arsenal players huddle. Gundogan gives his word to City. Odegaard with his words to Arsenal. Michael Oliver is the referee today. It is absolutely bouncing at the Etihad Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it's all about. And this is what looks like Arsenal are going to be kicking off here. Manchester City shooting from left to right. Arsenal from right to left. And the game kicks off with Arsenal. And it's Aaron Ramsdale who clears the ball high up top there to that right side towards Gabriel Jesus. And it's intercepted. But he can't get away from Akanji. And Manchester City have the ball with Rodri. And Man City now bring it down this left-hand side with Kyle Walker. Walker can't get away from Martinelli. Goes after Manchester City throwing here on the halfway line. Manchester City shooting from left to right. Arsenal from right to left here at the Etihad Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, who is going to come out on top? Let me know what you guys think in the chat with Kyle Walker to restart the game. Xhaka all the way back to Zinchenko, holding on the edge of the box. He's going to have a big battle against Erling Haaland today. Ben White feeds the ball down the line towards Bukayo Saka. He'll try and get away from Akanji, but it's going to fall to Diaz, and it's Edison now being charged down by Gabriel Jesus, but he manages to find a pass back to Diaz, who feeds the ball over the top. And Ben White heads it away for a throw-in. Akanji to take the throw-in. Backwards to Diaz. Diaz holds onto the ball here on this left-hand side. Feeds it into Ilkay Gundogan. Back to Diaz. Back to Gundogan. On this left-hand side, you can see Arsenal in a 4-5-1 when Man City have the ball. But Gundogan's spread has got away from the Arsenal press, and he makes his way into the Arsenal side of the pitch, and he goes out to Grealish down the left-hand side. Finds Gundogan on the edge of the box. It's a bit of a heavy touch by Gundogan. By Kevin De Bruyne. He manages to get the cross into the box, but he's claims for a handball. The referee says no handball. Arsenal will carry on here with Gabriel, and he's holding on the ball. Ben White still claims for a handball. Clean away into the path of Gundogan. Gundogan first time into Haaland. Out to Jack Grealish on the left-hand side. 1-on-1 against Ben White. Gets away from him across the 6-yard. No one's there. Parried by Ramsdale. But De Bruyne is brought down. And the referee's going to give the free kick Arsenal's way. Wow. When the referee blew the whistle, you did not think it was going to be an Arsenal free kick there. Let's have a look. Jack Grealish puts the ball across the 6-yard box. Ramsdale just parries it into the path of Holland, who's trying to get. Sorry, Kevin De Bruyne, who's trying to get there. Yeah, you can see it is the right decision. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Arsenal free kick on this right side in the 3rd minute of the game. In their own box. Ramsdale to restart the game here for Arsenal. 3 minutes play. Had a bit of a scuffle on the 6-yard box. Ball over the top. Rodri can't get there. He's going to fall to Saka. But he's headed away by Akanji, and Jack Grealish will just head it on. And Haaland puts the burners on holding. Is forced to go all the way back to Ramsdale. Ramsdale holds onto the ball on this penalty spot. Goes short to Gabriel on the right side. Gabriel into Zinchenko. Being harassed by Bernardo Silva. Backwards to Gabriel. Kevin De Bruyne comes up to cover. And then goes out for an Arsenal throwing here down the right side. 3 minutes play. Manchester City nil, Arsenal nil. Zinchenko steps over to take the throw. Zinchenko holds onto the ball from this throwing into Odegaard. Back to Zinchenko. Goes all the way back to Holding in his own box. Holding holds onto the ball and he brings it out of the Arsenal box. And he brings the ball forward here for Arsenal. Ben White to the right. He goes into Saka. First time into Ben White. Returns it back to Martinelli. Martinelli's onside here. Saka makes a run in behind. Can he get the head of John Stones? Yes, he does. Across the 6-yard box. But Walker is there. And he clears it out for a throwing. Claims for offside. Nothing given there by the referee. And it's an Arsenal throwing. Here we go with Holding on the ball. Feeds the ball down the line, but Bukayo Saka's offside and it goes out for a goal kick here. And is a wasted opportunity, therefore, by Arsenal. He was well off. Maybe he was onside. Maybe Diaz is keeping him onside there. Here we go with Man City now to restart on the 5th minute of the game. Diaz sprays the ball over the top towards Bernardo Silva, but it's into the path of Zinchenko. He finds Partey on the centre circle. And he goes all the way back to Gabriel. Odegaard now on the halfway line, coming deep to pick up the ball. Short to Holding in his own half. Back to Odegaard. Tries to get away from Grealish. Out wide to Ben White. And Ben White goes all the way back to Holding on the right side. 5 minutes played. Manchester City nil. Arsenal nil. Gabriel Jesus misplaced pass is towards Haaland, but he can't intercept it. And Arsenal just give the ball away, and it comes all the way back to Ederson here on this left-hand side. West Ham 1-1. Wow. Stones on the ball here. Goes into Diaz. Odegaard coming over to apply some pressure. Goes all the way back to Ederson. Ederson holds onto the ball. Short to Stones. Stones clears the ball high up top. Arsenal forcing them to clear it into the air. Haaland does well to hold onto the ball. Brings Kevin De Bruyne into play. He's got Jack Grealish to his left. He goes right. Goes on the outside of Gabriel. Takes a shot. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, 6 minutes into the game, Kevin De Bruyne steps up from the edge of the box and he caresses it into the back of the net to make it 1-0 Manchester City. It took 6 minutes for Arsenal to concede a chance, and it took 6 minutes for City to put it into the back of the net. Manchester City won, Arsenal nil, and it was from an Arsenal press that forced Man City to clear it when Haaland does well to shrug off Holding, and he feeds it into Kevin De Bruyne. You've got Jack Grealish to his left, but he decides to go right, and you think he's got nowhere to go. He's surrounded by Arsenal players, but he manages to get his shot off. Right foot caresses it across the ground. Ramsdale was not getting there. It's 1-0. 1-0, ladies and gentlemen. 6 minutes in. Manchester City 1. Arsenal 0. Kevin De Bruyne on the halfway line. Goes out to Jack Grealish on the left hand side, who's brought down. The referee says no foul. And it's White. All the way back. Zinchenko can't get there and he's brought away. Manchester City 1. How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Stones to restart the game here. Here we go with Haaland down the centre circle. Fiends Kevin De Bruyne returns it back to Haaland, but he's not on the same wavelength. And Arsenal clear away to get a handball free kick here on this left hand side. Here we go with Kevin De Bruyne, who's brought down. Yes, City's out there in the chat. Yes, City 1-0. Kevin De Bruyne. Pep Guardiola not happy with that. Pep Guardiola not happy with that one. Michael Oliver there, giving the free kick to Arsenal. Holding on the ball. Into Zinchenko. Spins away from Haaland. Finds Xhaka. And he comes backwards to Gabriel here on the right side. Gabriel now on the ball. Bringing the ball forward here for Manchester City. Sorry, for Arsenal. Zinchenko. Into the path of Partey. Partey now on the right side. Bringing the ball forward. Bukayo Saka is overhead. So is White. He gets away from Jack Grealish. Into the path of Ben White. First time to Saka. Backwards to Partey here. Partey. Into the path of Odegaard. Odegaard holds on to the ball. Bernardo Silva will charge down Gabriel. Into the left, finds Holding. Zinchenko now in the centre circle, returns it back to Holding. Manchester City relentless in their pressing. Holding high up top towards Bukayo Saka. Can't bring the ball under control. It goes out for a Manchester City throwing here down this left hand side. Akanji now to take the throwing here for Manchester City. 1-0 in the first 10 minutes of the game. Kevin De Bruyne with the goal. Akanji feeds the ball high up top. Holding will let it go all the way back to Ramsdale, and Arsenal will restart here on the right hand side. Here we go with Xhaka on the ball. Into the path of Zinchenko. Backwards to Gabriel, being held up by Kevin De Bruyne. Goes all the way back to the keeper, Ramsdale. Ramsdale on the 6 yard box. To Holding. Returns it back to Ramsdale. Erling Haaland applying a bit of pressure. Goes short to Gabriel. Gabriel down the line. Hits it out of play, and it goes out for a Man City throwing here. Arsenal forced into making mistakes here. 15 minutes played. Akanji. Right. 17 minutes played. Edison with the ball on this left hand side. Gabriel on the ball here. All the way back to Ramsdale, and Ramsdale will hit the ball high up top, and he's getting pressured here. Gabriel wins the header, but Stones allows it to roll all the way back to Edison, and Manchester City will restart. Here we go with Rodri. Being pulled back by Gabriel Jesus. The game carries on. Rodri on the ball here. Goes short to Ilkay Gundogan. And he holds on to the ball here. All the way back to Stones. Stones into the middle there. Finds Rodri on the centre circle. He's got Kevin De Bruyne ahead of him. Grealish to his left and Akanji, but he holds on to the ball, Rodri. And he's forced to go all the way back to Stones. Diaz now on the ball. Gundogan. Rodri. Into the left finds Haaland. Haaland. First touch is heavy. Manages to find the pass out wide to Kevin De Bruyne. Backwards to Akanji. Short to Diaz in the City half. Gundogan 1-2 on the centre circle. Diaz now holding onto the ball. Looking for some movement. He goes short to Akanji. Akanji now into Rodri. Back to Akanji. Diaz on the ball. Man City just holding on to it, allowing Arsenal to come forward. They ain't going to go chasing it. Haaland 1-2 with Rodri. Switches it out to the right side towards Kyle Walker. Gets there ahead of Martinelli. And again goes all the way back to Stones. Man City. Possession-based football here. Diaz. To Gundogan. Returns it back to him. Returns it back to Diaz. Stones bringing the ball into the Arsenal half. First time into Bernardo Silva. Out wide to Kyle Walker. Backwards to Stones on the halfway line. Man City happy with just holding onto the ball here, not forcing it forwards. Gundogan goes back to Rodri on the centre circle. Into the pass to Diaz. Now bringing it forward into the Arsenal half. Returns it back to Rodri on the centre circle. Not forcing the forward passes. They're comfortable going sideways, going backwards. They're forcing Arsenal to come out of their positions. Diaz into the pass of Akanji. Gundogan first time into Kevin De Bruyne. Gets away from holding, and he's brought down there. Kevin De Bruyne asking for a lot more than that. Referees not want to give it. Jack Grealish there and Kevin De Bruyne asking the referee how many more chances is he going to get. Ilkay Gundogan restarts the game, and it's Ruben Diaz on the centre circle. 1-2 with Rodri. Into Brathwaite, Kevin De Bruyne. First time into Rodri. Rodri gets away from Partey. He's brought down. Free kick, Man City. And Nottingham Forest have equalised here. 1-1 against Brighton. Bernardo Silva. Sorry, Ilkay Gundogan on the ball. Goes short to Stones. Stones into the middle left finds Rodri. Rodri first time into Kevin De Bruyne. Goes backwards to Rodri. Rodri tries to feed it first time into Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva's not on the same wavelength. Goes out for an Arsenal throwing 20 minutes play. 20 minutes.